Hey y'all, what a beautiful day here in East Texas today. Sunshine, crisp, cold. I'm out here in the middle of a lane that I used to tear up probably every time we come up here. Probably about a half mile up this hill. And I remember as kids it was covered in pine straw and trees on both sides. Of course, time changes things. As you can see, you'd have a hard time. Let me just turn the camera around. It'd be tough making it down through there anytime today. All this old privet hedge just takes over. This crisp air, I hadn't been able to get on this lane through the summertime with all the undergrowth. Of course, it's still here, but it's a little bit easier to come through. Things aren't quite as bushed out and thorns aren't as prevalent, so thought I'd come out here and check it out this afternoon. This cold snap, it's probably more of an extended cold snap than we've had this last season. I think it's supposed to be down in the 20s coming up this weekend around here. I know that's a heat wave for y'all up north, but that turns Texans into statues. You see them placed all over the place. They just freeze and stand there, whatever they were doing. Y'all didn't know that was what a statue was, did you? What that you do? But I remember we'd get cold like this and we'd be up here as kids, and I know y'all can relate. You'd run around out there in that cold till your nose would get all runny and lips would probably be half chapped, and it didn't bother you at all. Went in, got you something to drink, and hit it again, right? And then you were sick for 2 weeks and made it rough on mom and dad. But this was always a cool spot. A lot of the family would come out here and walk and talk, and now it's just walk and move the bushes. I think it was, I was talking to my cousin, I think it was 1989 when we had a pretty hard freeze here in Nacogdoches around Thanksgiving time, and of course as kids we were all over these woods, and we thought it was the great wilderness when, as you can hear the traffic, it's not that far away from the loop. Back then there was more trees, so I guess we didn't have an idea of it, but there's a little pond that probably isn't 2 foot deep that way, and it froze over that year, and just about the whole family, I think even Mama walked down there. She was old and, hard to get around. But it's probably about about a mile and a half through the woods. And didn't really ice skate on it, but we acted like we did. And of course, your bubble gets busted as you grow. Now you can go around the loop and it's like 500 feet off of the loop. And I thought we was in the great wilderness, but no, we weren't. But let me see if I can get over this fence on camera. This ought to be fun. Oh, it's still our property. Just kept the cattle in, or horses, or whatever we all had here back in the past. And I'd pick a spot right where all the briar bushes are at. I was looking, and I was thinking, a lot of people ask, I've had people say, why are you plowing? I mean, why don't you just get a tiller? And we may, but why are you doing all this stuff by hand? And it's not that I have to. You don't have to do anything. But it's helped me reconnect with some things. And I think so oftentimes, I know for me anyway, that we're always in a search for happiness. Trying to find it. When really, it's all around us, all through our life. It's just we have trouble identifying it and connecting with it and letting it flow through us. Y'all know what I mean? It just seems that way. And coming out here back to, I guess we should say, a simpler time, kind of helped me reconnect with that. And I like getting out there and taking 2 days to chop up a stump. Don't have to get it up anyway, but it kind of clears your head. I know we've all got our own activities that we do for stress relief and meditation or thinking. That's just mine. So that old plow we've got, that hand plow, I'm running behind, so I may have to get some mechanical stuff. I partner with some fellows right up the street. It's kind of weird how things happen like that. George Millard runs a farm here on Woden Road. I remember back in the day, and we'd deal with him, and he'd sell produce to me there at Brookshire Brothers on South Street when I was running that department way back. And they're on University Drive in the old location. Good man. I found out he died 2 or 3 years ago, and it was a car accident. Hated that, really did. Connected with his son today, but in the meantime, I found a little cabin shop. They make custom cabins and all, and I was up there looking for George, the son. And I said, well, wait a minute, if y'all got hickory and all this good stuff, why don't we strike a deal and y'all be glad to pay you for it. Make me a plow handle, because that one's broke. So we disassembled the plow today, and I took him the one that looks good, and he said he'd sure have me one made. I asked him, wasn't any extra to have some, that one I've got it's all worn out there on the handle where, it's been plowed so often. Only a hand can do that and some work. He said he'd try it. He didn't think he could do what hours in the field could do to it. Looking forward to getting that back and getting after it out there in the field. But got to have another handle, so he's going to work on it for me. And that's something else I miss. Of course, time moves on. Technology's great, but going to different artisans, if you would, for your different products. It used to be, of course, it's gone now, and it is what it is. We're a different society now, but it's still cool to think about. You need some woodworking done. That's where you went. Didn't go to Lowe's. You went to the local carpenter or craftsman, baker, all that good stuff. That was the best stuff you could do. Of course, we backed ourselves in a hole on that one, but time marches on, and it's all good. But looking forward to seeing a finished product on a couple of plow handles. I told him he had to make two, because can't have one newer than the other one, right? So I guess I'll have one plow handle to figure out I guess I'll put it on the wall in there. But I got some cool news from a dear friend. Surprise is coming. I'll leave that be, and we'll wait till they get here and do that. It's a dear friend I've known for years and worked in some volunteer efforts with, and lives up north. She's a gardener in her own right. To be honest with you, I've seen some of the stuff they're doing up there, and it's really neat. And, just looking forward to that package coming. It's going to be a pretty cool deal. So y'all will get to see that soon enough. But I guess that's it for tonight, huh? Just thinking about happiness and finding it. It's already there. You just got to seize it, learn to appreciate what's around you. We got a busy week. Probably won't be on for a couple of days. Got some business to do, and probably going to keep me out after dark. So them chickens are starting to get ready to lay. I think the little ones are coming up on 20 weeks, and they're I walked out there this afternoon, and they're already jumping into the laying boxes. So maybe that's a good sign. Might have some eggs here pretty quick. I had to walk by the ones there at Lone Star this morning. They're already starting to get them baby chickens in. I said, no, not ready to get any yet. We'll get some more. They're getting big. Let's see. I don't know if it's going to come across on here or not. If I can switch this thing around. Now that's some of the little ones that we had. You can see they're getting some size to them. That's the ones that survived the chicken hawk and the cold. Anyway, we're getting there with them, right? Well, hey, let me do a quick roll call, see where everybody's checking in from. Appreciate all the interest and the stories that get shared via message. And I saw a comment earlier. Have y'all ever binge watched a show, like maybe your favorite sitcom or a season, and just said phooey on the commercials and waited till it came out and just sat down and watched it in a weekend, I guess? Well, I forgot how many videos, hadn't really thought about it, we've got up on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. After these lives, I upload them over there, mainly to help out those that are hearing impaired, especially my aunt. She's like my second mom, and she's helped me so much. In fact, that's where that plow came from, was her place. And she's not able to hear, even though sometimes she joins these live feeds. And YouTube's very friendly on closed captioning, so that's where she watches it. But I think we've got over 100 videos. I don't know how many's on there from the beginning forward. and somebody messaged that they'd sat down and pretty much binge watched to catch up. So wherever that's worth, but, it's been cool keeping up with uploading those. I guess I need to go back and watch them to a degree to see how much this place has changed, because being here every day, it just kind of, you don't realize how much has been done. But blessed to be able to do it for sure. Let's see who all's on here and we'll call it a night. Let's see, we got Miss Carolyn Fuller out of Missouri. Thank you, ma'am. How are you this evening? Caroline and Roxanne from Wisconsin. Good to see you on tonight, ma'am. See, there's Kathy's not looking forward to the cold. Well, it's pretty much too late here. My fingers are already getting a little tingly. There's Joanne. How are you, ma'am? Good to see you. There's Miss Tanya down around Lumberton, Texas way. Good to see you on here this evening. Miss Margaret in San Antonio. Boy, got people all over the place. Brenda is in Arkansas. Y'all getting some sunshine too, huh? Miss Karen, hi. There's Miss Donna. How are you? And John Pop Fields. Thank God it's Monday. I ain't never heard that one. I kind of like that. Thank God it's Monday. That'll work. It's usually Friday, but that'll work. There's Sandra from Seminole, Florida. How are you? And say can't walk their property today. Had heavy rain, huh? Well, we've had enough of our rain. I guess there'll be more coming, and we'll be begging for it here in a few months, I'm sure. Trudy, how are you? Let's see, there's Pamela and Joyce from Athens, Texas, just up the road. And Joyce in Kentucky. Let's see, I think I'm getting everybody here. 10 inches of snow up with Teresa. And my good friend Melinda Earl out of Oregon. She made it in there. I know you got chores to do. We're probably already done, son. Well, no, y'all are. See, y'all are behind us. Yeah, so you still got plenty of sunlight, I think. And El Campo's in the house with Ronnie. Well, hey, thank y'all for joining us, and try to seize that happiness around you. It's there if you'll look for it. We picked our broccoli, so we got some happiness some broccoli happiness in the kitchen. Jordan ate a little piece of it raw, as I did. I didn't know that stuff was supposed to taste like that. Never had fresh broccoli before. That's a whole nother ball game. I liked it. Might have to plant some more, because that wasn't enough. Y'all have a good evening. Be the light. We'll see you later in the week.